The fibre channel standards define quite a few classes of service. Lucky for us though, we don't have to know about them all. Let's go through the ones that we should know about, and at the same time we'll highlight the ones that are the most important. First up, Class of Service 1 or Class 1. Class 1 connections consume the full bandwidth of the link while the transmission lasts, and it utilises acknowledgements to ensure reliable, in-order delivery of frames. However, Class 1 isn't widely implemented, and you're not likely to come across it. Next, Class 2. If you know your TCP IP, then Class 2 will look and feel a lot like TCP connections. It doesn't use a dedicated connection like Class 1, but it does utilise acknowledgements. Again, it's not so popular. Class 3. Oh, this one's got a big green font, and that's because Class 3 is easily the most common class of service. Again, if you know your IP networking, Class 3 is similar to User Datagram Protocol, UDP. It's connectionless without acknowledgements. And because fibre channel SANs are such reliable transport networks, and they really are, acknowledgements are very much surplus to needs. So Class 3 is lightweight, ideally suited to fibre channel networks, and it certainly doesn't lose anything by not utilising acknowledgements. Class 4, and you can see we're back to our smaller default black font. So obviously Class 4 isn't very important, or maybe I should say it isn't that widely deployed. Anyway, Class 4 is very similar to Class 1 in that it's connection based with acknowledgements, but it uses fractional bandwidth rather than consuming the entire link, and it can theoretically have quality of service applied to it, but it's not very often seen. Class F, back to our big green font again, telling us this is important. Class F is what we use for switch-to-switch connections, ePort to ePort over interswitch links. It's connectionless but with acknowledgements, so a bit like TCP, and it's used to deliver fabric-related metadata such as state change notifications, routing updates, build fabric requests, updates to the name server, and other fabric management related traffic. So those are the major classes of service. To be honest though, in your day-to-day job you won't be too heavily involved with them, but you will need to know them for troubleshooting and for the exam.